cut. Hello everybody, this is nobsnutrtion. Today I'm going to talk about mini cutting. What is mini cutting for? Why should you do it? Who is it for, of course, and more. So what is a mini cut? Here's the definition right here. But I'm going to explain in my own terms. Mini cut is a short time frame, about 3 to 6 weeks long, that you cut your calories into half or a quarter of your calorie maintenance. So let's say you have 5,000 calories you eat on maintenance, you cut it in half, that's 2,500 calories on a mini cut. That's my definition. So I'm going to talk about what is a mini cut for, who should use a mini cut, and what I think about a mini cut. So what I think about a mini cut is, like I said, the definition, but who is it for? It's for the people who are already experienced in the gym, who already build muscle consistently over time, who already got stronger, who already reached their goal weight. So let's say you 180 with more muscle mass before, etc. What mini cutting is not for is for the teenagers who are already 150, 160, or even 170. That is mini cutting not for, especially these teenagers who are not experienced in the gym, not going to the gym, being actually strong in the gym, who can bench more than 200 pounds, who are very strong and capable. I don't think mini cutting is their pursuit, because mini cutting can give a misconception that you will get abs automatically, etc. It's like regular cutting, right? Regular cutting calories, but in a faster time frame. But mini cutting can have many experiences like binge eating problems, rapid weight loss, that's the whole point of it, but more hunger, less recoverabilities because less calories, especially if you're a teenager, and any more problems, especially if you're not experienced. For me, I used to permacut, I used to cut, mini cut, I used to do all these stuff and learn from my mistakes, so I do have experience. And of course I don't have like 24 years of experience than someone else would on the internet, but I could tell I did this before, I know what I'm doing, and I'm also tracking for accountability just to make sure I am okay. Mini cutting is not for the teenager who's 155 or already lightweight. They did develop the physique or muscle mass they could to actually show it off. The whole point of a mini cut is after a bulk, after you build that muscle, after you consistently lift weights and got stronger over time. Mini cut is not for the teenager who wants to see abs faster. That is unrealistic and actually causes more problems than good. So that's why I think mini cutting is not for. What is mini cutting for? Is the people who are stronger at the gym, who actually got out of a bulking phase, or maybe they did get stronger, they recomped, they already had a higher body fat percentage to start with, let's say 25 to 30%, and they already have the muscles to show it off, so they want a mini cut. That's great, but I want them to be aware that you will be more hungrier. You will probably want to eat more sweets. More cravings will happen because it's a faster paced process. It's only for 3 to 6 weeks. That is fast. It's not like a cut that you typically would take about 4 to 3 months. That'll be around 500 calories. So that's why I would suggest a mini cut is after a bulking phase, especially if you have a higher body fat percentage, like 20 to 23%. But if you're like 16-15%, I won't do a mini cut. I don't see no reason, unless you want to go back to 10, depending what body fat percentage you are. Okay, how should my calories be on a mini cut? Well, I think the mini cut calories are, depending on your body weight, is the formulas out there. I would say around 700 to 1500. It's pretty massive, but it depends how many calories you have. Like I said, if your maintenance calories, and this is different for everyone, don't compare yourself to a bodybuilder, don't compare yourself to a swimmer. These people burn different calories, so if they have more muscle, so they might burn more. So for me, I have burned 5,000 calories, around there. That's the ballpark, because I am a kid, my thyroid is faster, Yeah, keep that in mind. I'm only 16. I walked a lot of steps throughout my day. That doesn't count for the shadow boxing I do. That doesn't count the other activities I do. And I work out in the gym, so I'm burning around 5,000 calories. So I already know my calories. And also I track calories before, so I have a rough estimate. Now, what I would do for my mini cut is, depending on how much calories you have, I would cut in half, but that's not sustainable. So I would just do 3,500. Today I'm doing 2,500. Around there, 2,500 today, just because I want to push a little. I am experiencing this, I know what I'm doing, and I don't think I will have a binging problem afterwards. Then I will go back to 3,500 just to regulate more in the next day, because I already know my body's going to be more hungry in the next day. That's just me. For the calories, it's different for anybody with how much you can sting. If you're eating 2,000 calories a day, that's a sign that your metabolism is slow and you should build more muscle or be more active. That's it. And I say metabolism kind of briefly, but really your activity level is not fast enough, or if it is fast enough, then you have no muscle mass to begin with. Then you should do a mini cut. If you're eating 2,000 calories as maintenance, that's not good. Even for a female who is shorter, I want my client female to be eating 2,800. So you shouldn't be eating that much. That is some bodybuilder-esque bullshit. You shouldn't be eating 2,000 calories. You shouldn't cut your calories in half just because of that. But what I would suggest, if you're eating 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories, as maintenance of course, then maybe you want to cut 1,500 calories if you can sustain it for about 3 weeks, depending realistically what your goals are. Depends on the calories. Or just eat less, if you're not tracking, of course. You can see right here, I'm not trying to be this shape-shifting thing. Like, I'm not saying mini cutting is magical. I'll be this lean, this body fat, and I'll be super lean like a bodybuilder. My goal is around 15 to 16% body fat, so it's very realistic. I'm around 22%. You can see my weigh-ins. I am weighing myself every 1 week of the day. So on Mondays, I weigh myself. The scale, we all know, is bullshit. The scale is not accurate by any means, but it's a good other form of metrics to look to see you're heading in the right direction. Since I have a lot experience in this, not time, but a lot of doing it over and over, I know that I am cutting my calories to a certain amount. I know I'm eating this amount, and I am tracking just to have accountability and make sure I'm in the right track. And I'm making sure everything is good. So I know I am getting leaner, even though if the scale doesn't move. So you gotta keep that in mind. I'm around 22%, like I said. I'm just trying to be 16%. I'm trying to be realistic. And this fact that you have to be this lean of a body mass to bulk, like 13, 10% is ridiculous. I think you should be bulking around 16, 17%, or maybe 15%. You're not fat. That's just body dysmorphia. You're not fat in that level. Especially if you have a lot of muscle mass. I realized that when I'm 22%, I can see 2 abs and kind of a line. Because I build a lot of muscle. I already know. I know. I have evidence. My logbook said so. My logbook said I'm stronger. So I have evidence that when I was 144, I build more muscle now. Even though I have a higher body fat percentage, I know for a fact I build more muscle, and I can go to a bulking phase right after. That's for me. Okay. So I just want you guys to keep open mind that you can bulk in a certain body fat percentage, you won't get fat. Especially if it's a slow bulk, not a clean bulk. I'm just talking about slow bulk by calories, okay? But what I'm eating for my mini cut specifically is just whole foods. Pretty much the same things, some low calorie dense foods, not a lot of vegetables, because I used to eat a lot of vegetables. Like I used to do the high volume, like vegetables, high protein diets, and etc. And that just messed up my stomach. Very, very bad. Too much vegetables can fuck you up, especially if you're eating 2 to 3 pounds of vegetables a day like I used to. So right now I'm just eating potatoes, simple potatoes, and some ground beef or eggs. That's literally my 2 main sources, and I will have some processed food just because somehow it's okay. You're not gonna die without it. Like you don't need it, but you're not gonna get fat without it. I eat it because it actually keeps me alive. Also, it does take my calories, but I count it for my mini cut and I do track it, but I feel much better just to get that sugar rush down. And slowly I will get off of that eventually. But it's pretty much the same foods. I do track most of everything now. You don't have to track on your mini cut. Honestly, I won't recommend it. On my bulk, I'm not gonna track. I might track the first day, but just to get a rough idea where I'm at now, because when you get a leaner body, goal weight is 180 to 175, around there, around 50% body fat. Every 1% is actually 2 pounds of fat, roughly, and every 1,500 calories I'm burning, or 14, or even 2,500. That's around almost going to be a pound. I'm trying to lose about 3 pounds to 4 pounds a week. If I don't, 3 pounds is I'm happy with that. 2 pounds, I am also happy with that. How long is my mini cut going to be? My mini cut is probably going to be 6 weeks, honestly. I do feel the effects, but I don't expect I'll be shredded during June, or I'll be lean during June. It's going to take more time just because I am a higher I am a higher body fat percentage. I am now, and I don't want to cut my calories to 2,500 just because of the sustainability and less flexibility at that level for me. Do I feel like shit? Yeah, kind of. I obviously do. It's a mini cut, for crying out loud. I kind of feel like shit, but it's not the worst I ever felt. Like I said, I used to be 144, cutting at 144, and barely have muscle. I feel way worse. So this is really nothing. That's really the topic of today's video. I talk about mini cutting. I talk about what it is, what it's for, what you should do. It's pretty much just the same thing as just cutting or just eating at maintenance. You eat the same fucking thing. That's it. You're just in a lower calorie deficit. That's literally it. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Please comment below if you want to discuss a video idea with me. Please, maybe you want to discuss or something. But yeah, that's really it. I do nutrition coaching, so just want to point that out there. And yeah, it's No BS Nutrition. Bye.